Okay, hey everybody, welcome back. We just finished flying the Cat 7, and now I figured before shutting down the simulator, we can go for a quick loop around the El Monte Airport region and look at some of the scenery, just to check out some of the trees add-on more and the towers add-on. And then at the end, I will shut down the simulator and put it away for the weekend, and I'll capture that on video as well, just so that you can get an idea of what my simulator is like in terms of compactness and pack it away ability for midweek when you're not looking to fly and you want to use your desk as your normal work desk. So that's the plan for today. I am signed off of the Pilot Edge network, so we can fly around El Monte here, and we're not going to be in anybody's way. We don't have to talk to anybody on the radios, so let's start the aircraft up and taxi out and get off the ground. So back in the aircraft, our fuel valve is still open. We can turn the masters on, turn the beacon on, go full rich on the mixture, make sure our parking brake is set. It is. We'll go fuel pump on. All our avionics are off. Make sure we're clear on the aircraft. We are. Alright, keys coming on, prop clear. Okay, and we're trimming for 1,000 RPM. We see our attitude indicator coming alive there. Okay, we are on. I'm going to take our taxi light, landing light, nav, and strobes all on. We can turn our resting and make sure if I hit the flaps. Okay, so I'm still connected here. Oh. We need to take our avionics on. Now we can turn our altimeter or our transponder on. Our autopilot. I don't know what that means. PFT. Oh, maybe that's the boot up sequence or something. Okay, so we're all on. Temps, pressures in the green. Vacuum pressure and amps look good. Got fuel to do what we're gonna do here. Alright, I think we are going to come off the brakes, and we'll start coming forward. We'll go full left rudder and hold the left brake to make it a nice tight turn. Alright, and let's taxi to the nearest airport. We'll act like winds aren't a thing. So we'll take off 19. Quick peek down the runway. We're not cutting anybody off. Looking good. We're gonna go alt on our transponder. We're squawking 1200. Alright, and we're gonna get on our runway here. We look good on the approach end. We'll just do a quick peek the departure end before we alright, it looks clear. We'll call let them know we're taking the runway, except we're going to pretend we did that. Coming forward, and we'll say we're cleared for takeoff, runway 19. So lights, camera, action, landing lights on, taxi lights off. All of our nav strobe lights are on. We're squawking 1200 in altitude mode, and action. We're full rich, fuel pumps on, takeoff, trim is set, flaps are set to 0. Okay, let's go. Airspeed's alive, 2350 RPM, temps, pressures in the green. We're looking good. We got 60 there. Start to rotate. A little bit of glitchiness going on because I'm dropping below 20 frames per second there. So clearly the scenery here is busy enough that it's slowing us down some. So I might need to drop my graphic settings. Okay, I'm actually going to drop a notch of flaps and bring the throttle back, and we're just going to cruise around nice and slow. Oh, you know what? Part of my issue too is I'm trying to upload the last video to YouTube while doing this. That's probably what's slowing us down. Probably should have held off. My initial plan was not to be doing loops here looking at towers and trees. My initial plan was just to close out, so I wasn't really planning on this. So it looks like an orange tree color there. I want to see what these towers are off the nose. That's what I'm really looking to do here. Okay, this says we need to come left a little bit for the towers. And it says we should be coming up on them any minute now. It says we're heading right for them. Looking for towers. According to this, we're heading right for it. Is that it in front of us? Right there? Popping out of the trees? Yeah, I think that's it. Looks like more power lines. I'm curious to see how realistic are these with power lines versus towers. I don't know what that is in real life. Or power lines. We'll act like there's not actually power lines hanging from those pylons, seeing as we're flying right through them. So I'm hoping to see a nice red tower at some point, like an orange and white tower. But I don't want to be going too out of our way here. I don't know what that orange thing is ahead of us. Alright, we'll head back to the airport. We'll call this good. Flaps coming up. It's definitely cool having all those power lines there. It's a nice added touch. Get them all off the nose. Alright, we're coming in and we're going to land. I think it's 06. I think we're in line with it right now. Alright, throttle's coming back. Mixture's full rich, fuel pump's on. Gears down. Continue trimming back. Alright. We're going full flaps. Looks like we're past the threshold there at the green lights. Leading off the airspeed. Okay. Clean it up. Flaps coming up. Whoa. I don't know what that was. Wow. Rocks on the airport? I don't know what that was. Alright, we're gonna jump off on this taxiway. Alright, we'll throw the landing gear on. Yeah, so I guess not a whole lot to see. I was hoping to see some more trees and stuff, but I think we were moving too quickly to do that. I don't know why my drone controller still isn't working. Anyways. Okay, so we'll shut this thing down. So transponders coming off, avionics coming off, fuel pump off, mixtures coming off, master switches, mags coming off. We're going to go back to the main menu. So I'm going to get out of Avare and close all that stuff down. We're going to quit to the desktop. Going to close all of our Air Manager panels. Close out of Air Manager. Then I close out of my Zoom meeting that allows you to see me on the camera. Actually, I probably could have kept that going. Keep that going. Then I have my action cam. So let's turn on this action cam. Okay, so we start by unplugging some things. I have my throttle quadrant here. So I unplug the throttle quadrant and remove that. Move this out of the way. The honeycomb alpha comes off of its mount. And it gets unplugged from the USB, and then it goes away. This mount comes off the desk. have a bin that I keep it under here to keep it out of the way. Then my monitors here. Action cam. Lots of action. Monitors just come unplugged. And they get folded. Second monitor. These wires just get tucked away back here. So the monitor gets folded down and just slid, and I keep it right there. This guy goes right there. I take the USB cord from the honeycomb and just tuck it under the laptop. Action. I take the, so this is magnetic. I mounted the Knobster to a magnet that just pulls off of the clamp, and then he just gets tucked out of the way there, and that's where he stays. My headphone. Mouse goes back. Keyboard comes back. Action cam. My ATIS notes get tucked away. Alright, how are we looking here? Under the desk I have my pedals. And I have a USB cable under the desk, so I unplug it from under the desk and pull the pedals out. And they get put away, so I just throw this stuff, the yoke, the throttle quadrant, and the pedals, those just get thrown in a closet. Down here is the that's the cable. That's my tether for my chair so I don't roll away. That's the power cable for the vibration transducer. So before I unplug that, I turn off the amplifier just to make sure that there's no high power going through those wires. And then I find connector. I have this stuff all covered up so it doesn't get pinched or damaged or anything, but he just gets disconnected there. This just stays tied to my chair just like that, and then this piece gets folded up and tucked away under the desk. So finally, while I'm using my phone as a moving map, I keep it on this wireless charger just so that I'm not having my phone battery die as I'm using it. So I move that out of the way. And it's pretty much as simple as that. At that point, we're no longer flying a flight simulator. Oh, wrong direction. So at that point, we're not flying a flight simulator anymore. Now it's just the normal desk, 9 to 5. Got your work computer with 2 monitors, and then my home computer is set up to the 3rd monitor. I mentioned in a past video that I have monitor switches. So that instead of having to constantly disconnect and reconnect HDMI switches, I just, so like this guy, there's a switch back here. As soon as I press the switch, the monitor turns off. Back on, monitor comes right back. So I have one of those for each monitor. And that's it. Just as simple as that. You can have a fully touchscreen flight simulator cockpit with an Knobster and your yoke and your pedals and throttle quadrant, and it all gets disconnected, packed away. It took about 5 minutes to do that. Of course, it's much quicker when I'm not recording the process, but you stick that stuff in a closet and you can have a fully functional flight simulator at home with vibration, and yeah, it takes up no space at all, and you don't have your significant other screaming at you for taking up space in the house. So that's it. I hope that was useful. I'm going to pack it up now. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next one. Next video, hopefully, we're knocking out the Pilot Edge Cat 8. All right, see ya.